Good evening, everybody. It's so strange saying hello to you all. So let's just get everything kicked in. Come on, technology. Catch up with us. So Facebook, we are on. Hi Avril. So Facebook, we are on. YouTube, we are on. Hang on, just turn the sound up. The speakers. There we go. You don't want to hear. Hi Kathleen. Hi Hope. I know you were waiting. So let's just give everybody a second to get. I know it's a bit straight. Happy New Year to you all. Hi Di. You'll be able to see me in a minute. I've even had a shave for you all. How good is that? Hi Sue. And Sue will know what it means. I've even had my hair cut. How good is that? Hi Helen. Oh bless you. So I know it's a strange thing because we're now at a different time. Well, a different day and a different time. So I'll just give everybody a few minutes to get logged in. Hopefully everybody's seen the post now that we're now on Monday evenings. Hi Pam. And I'm going to try the Monday evenings. It's hi Rose. Happy New Year to you all. Right, let me flick it over to me so you can see me and take that off. How about that? Happy New Year, everybody. So I'm going to be looking left and right because I can see the comments on my iPad in front of me. Oh, hi Patricia, hi Anne, hi Lee. So Happy New Year to you all. Back to normal, although I did have a lovely 2 days off. Hi Linda. So I can see some comments on my oh, I've just figured out what it is. So let me just have a look. So Sandy, so the YouTube comments are in red and the Facebook comments are in blue. So that makes it easier for me. So technology, I have been practicing and I have been having a go at trying to figure out all these gadgets. So how are you all? It seems like ages since we had our Facebook Live, YouTube Live. Christmas seems to have come and gone in a flash, just like that. Great to see you back and Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all. Hi Helen. Hi Denise. Oh, thank you, Di. Look, I've even had a shave look for you all. Because if you'd have seen me a couple of hours ago, I look like Grizzly Adams. And I've had my hair cut. I had my hair cut the other day. It was such a relief because it was really long. So how are you all? Lots to tell you. Bits and bobs. I'm not going to tell you everything just yet, but 20. No, these are my computer ones, Denise. I can't actually. If I take these off, I can't really see much. I'm like I'll live off the buses. Hi Sandy. Hi Susan. So everybody started to get logged in now. Let's have a quick look, just so I can just bear with me one sec. Here we go. What did you get for Christmas? So I did quite well for Christmas. So I don't know whether you can remember before I don't know whether I told you, but before when we did our last Facebook Live, I told you I wanted to do something, another crafty hobby, and I've had a load of candle making stuff. So you're going to be seeing something new coming from me soon. I've got in the spare bedroom. I've got boxes and boxes and boxes of stuff. I've only looked at it, and that's going to be my new thing because, as you know, I work 24/7, 7 days a week. I love what I do, but sometimes you need to just have a day to chill. So I am having a go at candle making. Now these won't be your average candles as you would expect from me, but all in good time. I'll share with you all in good time. And I've also treated myself to a scan and cut. I would show you my room, but if I turn my camera around, you're going to see my other desk, and on my other desk, which is just there, I've got loads of new stuff that you can't see yet. So next time we do this, I'll clear my other desk and I'll let you have a little 360 of my craft room. I spent all day yesterday tidying and reorganising. Monday's better for you. I know it's hi Debbie, hi to everybody, hi Caroline, hi to everybody I've not spoken to. It's a little bit, I know Monday evening is a bit strange for people, but it's actually a lot better for me and you'll know this, Saturdays, particularly in the run up to Christmas, everybody gets busy, and I as well got busy, and um, I kind of give all my weekends up, and then when I'm away and I can't do them, we miss out. So hopefully, a Monday evening is much better for me. I know it isn't for everybody, and I apologise, and I'll see how this goes. But Monday evening is definitely better for me. It means I can work all day, which is what I've done today. I've had a couple of hours break, and now I'm dead chilled and relaxed, and we can have a fabulous Facebook Live. We'll see how it goes. But I will let you know if anything changes in the meantime. The one that was on offer, Lona's just asking me which scan and cut I got. Oh, it's here, my box is here. SDX 900, it was on offer, and it was too good a deal on Create and Craft, so I treated myself. I literally, Roz, if you're watching, I literally took it out of the box yesterday. I've not plugged it in, I've not done anything with it, and I'm going to be 100% honest with you. The only reason I've bought it is because I can test my new dies before waiting for physical samples to come. So I can convert my die files to SVGs, so I can test them on the scan and cut. So that's really the only reason why I've bought it. And I was talking to Paula from CNC, because she's my friend, as you know, and she was laughing at me because she's like, haven't you got a Cameo? I'm like, oh, I have got a Cameo, it's in that drawer there. She says you don't need a scan and cut, but I bought one anyway. So I've got a scan and cut, loads of candle making stuff, so let's see where it goes. So here we go. Right, so Happy New Year. I can't see everybody. I'm feel like I'm looking at the wrong screen. Lee's envious of the organisation of the boxes at the back of me. Well, you know what I'm like. And if I'm honest with you, I'm actually running out of space. Behind the camera, I've got another big bookcase there. And as you know, I've got my desk there. And over in that corner, I've got a big, massive dresser with 4, 5, 6, 8 big drawers. And even that's full. So 2 desks, all my cabinets. I'm slowly running out of space. I need a bigger room. Hi, Jackie. So let's get cracking. So before I forget, for those of you that have just joined, Happy New Year. It's so nice to be back. I've had a lovely break. I did have 2 days off. I had Christmas Day and Boxing Day off. And it was lovely to just sit doing nothing and watch TV, which I don't ever really do because I never have time to do that. But it was actually nice. But itchy fingers because I had lots of new products delivered just before Christmas, so I've tested them all. The DT are working really hard in the background, and I cannot wait for 2023. It is so exciting. So Hope, if you remember, for the people that saw the last Facebook Live that I did, YouTube Live, I told Hope in America that I would have some exciting news for her, and I'm this close to telling you, everybody in America, but you need to wait until the next couple of weeks, I think, and then I can tell you all this exciting, fabulous news. So, Happy New Year. It's lovely to be back. So I'm going to flick over to the other camera now and we'll get started on this demo. The problem is, you know what I'm like, in the evenings, I plan to be done before 9, because whatever's on telly at 9 o'clock, we need to sit and watch that, plus I've not had my tea yet. But let's see how we go. So I'm going to flick over to the other camera now. Here we go. Oh, it's lovely to be back. It really is. So this is what I'm calling a relatively clean and simple card. And you know I don't do clean and simple per se. Hi, Caroli. See how it goes for a Monday night. Yeah, absolutely. Hi, Lorraine. Hi to everybody I've not spoken to already. Hi, Lozzie. Hi, Mel. 2 days. What's 2 days, Janice? I missed that. Have you got some spare time to come and tidy my craft room after doing all my projects for Christmas? You can't find anything. Joan, I know exactly what you mean. And if truth be told, Joan, I've just said I was tidying my craft room, reorganising a bit yesterday. And one of the things I found yesterday, I was looking for today, and I couldn't bloody find it. I couldn't find it. So I've tidied it away safely to the point where I can't find it. Oh, it's so funny. So funny. Hi Deb, Happy New Year, darling. Right, so let's get this show on the road. So first one back, I thought, oh, I've got my coffee. I'm going to get a drink now, and then Di can keep reminding me. Chrissy's just said Mondays is better for her. Yeah, Monday's definitely better. Oh, congratulations, Annette. Mondays are definitely better for me. It's the beginning of the week. I'm fresh as a daisy. Well, fresh as a daisy for now. Let's see how long it lasts. So let's get cracking on this card. I'll show you everything that I'm using as we go through it. Relatively clean and simple, but I wanted to show you the gritty texture medium because we've not really done a lot with the gritty texture medium. And hi Betty, hi Lynn, hi Lorraine. So I wanted to use this to show you that you can change it and make it look absolutely fabulous. So this is going to be a pretty simple card. I'm going to do a little giveaway as well for you because I'm good like that. And we will get, if you're in the Facebook group, we will get back to the giveaways and the monthly challenge this weekend. I'll do all the posters and everything. Yeah, I thought that, Tracy. This can be our Monday motivator. Monday motivating Facebook Live. So tonight we're going to use the gritty texture medium, and the gritty texture medium is different to the normal texture medium. But the giveaway I'm going to do for you tonight, hi Diane, is I'm going to let somebody from Facebook, from the comments, and somebody from YouTube win a duo, one of each. So you can get these home. If you've never had a play with them, it gives you a chance to have a go with the two different texture mediums that we've got. And gritty is what it says on the tin. It's got a slight gritty texture. So when we were developing the gritty texture medium, most of you, hi Melissa, Happy New Year to you as well. I am Jennifer. Yeah, I'll do the flyers and that at the weekend. And we'll get started. So it'll be a 3-week challenge for this month, but we will get back onto a normal rotating routine after that. So the gritty texture medium, I'm just bringing that in close so you can see the texture I've got from this. It's slightly different to Mr. Motivator. I like that. You can Avril, and we're going to be doing that with the chalk paints in a second. So I've already done this ahead of time just to give it a chance to dry. So that we can add colour to this. I actually love the colour that it is. If you look at this against the pure white cardstock, you can see it's like an off-white. It's like an off-white colour. And it actually is fabulous on its own, but we can change the colour of this, which is what I'm going to do. So I've got all my bits here, as you would expect, and I've got a little bit of card here to show you how to use this. If you've used texture paste before, you just use it in exactly the same way. Let me just get a bit of kitchen roll. Here we go, kitchen roll. Mankini. Now that is a sight you don't want to see, Chrissy. Me and a mankini. The mind boggles. I'm just going to move that light over a little bit. Now it's not on me. So I've just got a smaller piece of card here just so that I can show you how easy it is to use this gritty texture medium. If you're somebody who's had a go with texture paste and what have you in the past, and you've struggled to get decent results, it's possibly because traditional texture mediums are thinner, so it leaks underneath your stencils. This doesn't happen with the gritty texture medium. I'm just going to show you. Hi Wendy, Happy New Year. This doesn't happen with the sorry, I'm flicking between YouTube and Facebook. Gwen, Happy New Year. Not a good, oh bless you. Well, I hope it gets better. So I'm just going to show you the consistency of the gritty texture medium. So gritty is a little bit misleading because if I show you this close up look, you don't actually see any of the texture that's in it, any of the grit that's in it. And that is something that I wanted when we developed this. It's got a really, really super fine sand in it. And that's what gives it that fabulous texture. So you don't even need to do anything else to it. The piece of card that I've done already, yeah, it looks like I've crackled it. It looks like a crackled paste, but in actual fact it isn't. It's literally just the gritty texture medium stippled. So all I've done is I've stippled it. 10:15 Britain's first space launch can be seen in the west if the weather is clear. Lucky Lona, yeah, absolutely. Right, so I'm just going to show you how easy this is to do. So I'm not going to do the whole thing, I just want to do a little bit. So any old spatula you can put this on with. Any old spatula you can put this on with, it doesn't really matter. The stencil that I'm using, I love this stencil. I have got links in the description for everything, as always. So this is called Mesh Up, and this is one of the 6x6 stencils. And I love this stencil. So you can see, look, I've used it loads. So it's just a little 6x6 stencil, and I'm just going to do a little bit through the middle. I'm not even bothering to secure this stencil down. You don't need to. Can you hear? You lot are terrible. Can you hear, if I stop talking, can you hear the sandy texture? The sand going through the stencil? Yeah, hopefully you can. In fact, if I don't know that the camera will pick it up this close. Maybe you can just see some of the grit that's in there. Some of the grit that's in there. Oh, thanks, Alison. So what I've done is I've just literally run that through the stencil in exactly the same way as you would do an ordinary texture medium. But what we're going to do, while the stencil's still in place, this little bit that's left over, we're going to stipple this through. And I love this paste. If you've never had a go with the gritty texture medium and you don't win it tonight, treat yourself. It lasts for ages. And there's so much you can do with this. So can you see, look, I'm just stippling through where I've been already. I will use this piece as well because it makes fab backgrounds. So I'm going to see if I can bring that in and show you before I take the stencil off. It sounds like waxing your legs, you are funny. Oh, bless you. It sounded like me having a shave earlier. I'm going to bring this in, look. There you go, what a fab shot. So you can see I've literally just run it through the stencil and stippled over it. And the good thing about this, whereas normal texture paste tends to even itself out, this doesn't do that. So let me just show you, look. I think that looks amazing. Happy New Year, Jean, thank you. Happy New Year, Sandy. Watching on that there YouTube, praying for my crafting mojo to return. Well, hopefully I can help with your mojos. Hi, Celia, Happy New Year. So, I mean, that's a really good shot. You can see the depth I've got from that as well. And it will dry, it will dry exactly like that. And for a texture medium to do that, I think that's amazing. So let's just get that stencil clean. It is water based, so if you do let it dry in your stencil, you will be able to scrape it off. But it is easier to clean it. It is easier to clean it as you go. This is just a wipe. Parental guidance. Yeah, don't be too naughty, otherwise I'll have to I'll have to put a PG on my on my ratings. Fabulous. Right, so now we've got that in the background, we can just leave that to dry. See if I can reuse this. Yeah, probably. So that texture medium, I cannot recommend it enough. In fact, you can't see this, but because I've just wiped that little bit of wet wipe, I can actually feel the grit in on my fingers. But it's really subtle, which is why I like it. Let's put that back in there where it belongs. Yeah, the paste is fabulous. Yeah, parental guidance. Hi Liz, I'm new to this crafting like and this is your first time watching. Oh, well welcome Liz, I hope you learned something. We usually do. We usually have a good giggle and I try to teach you as much as I possibly can. Right, here we go. Oh, Gwen has to go out on a Monday evening. She goes out at 8:30. Well, I'm planning on being done before 9, so hopefully we'll be done before 9. And remember, if you miss the end of the lives, I do always make sure the videos go on YouTube and on Facebook the day after. So we've now got this. I'm going to change that because it's still too wet. And we're going to add some colour to this using the chalk paints. And I'm just going to say this. I'm only going to say it once. No, I won't. I'll probably say it more than once. If you haven't got the chalk paints yet, I can't believe I'm telling you this, but I'm going to turn it over so you can see the colours. If you haven't got the chalk paints yet, you can get the full set on the website, the full set of 15, with a 10% discount. The full bundle has already got 10% off, and currently, until tomorrow, we've got a 20% off code for the website. Karen, will you just tell everybody what the code is, please, for the website? Because I can't remember it. So if you've been hankering after the chalk paints, I mean, look at the colours. They've already got 10% off. And if you buy them tonight and put the code in, you're going to get another 20% off. That's 30% off what the retail recommended price would be for the full set. It's a no-brainer. If you can go for it, go for it. So we're going to change the colour of this and we're going to give it a lovely watery background. And I'm just going to choose, what colour shall we go for? I'm going to have, I'm tormenting myself. I'm going to have, obviously, olive. And we'll have a purple in there as well. So we'll have African violet. And let's have, what's missing? Let's have, shall we have a pink? Or shall we have a blue? Oh, decisions. Or shall we have an orange? No, I'm going to go pink. And rose tinted. So the three colours I've got here are rose tinted, obviously olive, and African violet. And the good thing about these paints is, you can just do so much with them. Let me just move that out of the way. You can paint onto grey board, paint onto MDF, paint onto cardstock, which is what I'm going to do with the flowers. So, and we're going to change this. So we're going to give it a lovely watery background. Get a drink, Phil. Just found out how to turn the subtitles off. Oh, bless you, Jackie. Jennifer says not pink, everybody else says pink. I am going pink. Pink, purple and green are a lovely combination. Could have gone teal, could have gone blue. You can do whatever you want. So we're going to add some colour to this lovely textured background. Really, really easy to do. Easy peasy, lemon squeezy. Hi, Catherine. Oh, Happy New Year to everybody on YouTube as well. Margaret, glad to be back crafting. Happy New Year. Yeah, me too, Margaret. Although I haven't actually stopped, I have been crafting in between, testing new products. Incidentally, while I'm just yakking on about new stuff, my next shows on TV are on the 27th. 27th. So I'm back on Creating Craft on the 27th of January, and it is a new stamp release. Hiya, Bev. Only just finished work. Oh, bless you. Yeah, I'm back on the 27th of January at 3 p.m. and 7 p.m. and it's a new stamp release. That's all I'm telling you. Sneaky peek will be the week before, so not next week, week after. Right, so let's add some colour to this. So I'm going to go in with the darkest colour first. Look at that lovely colour. Oh, how gorgeous is that colour. Let me get a baby wipe before I start. And remember, we're going to water this down. I'm sorry, I've got a frog in my throat. Get a drink, Phil. 27th of Jan. Did you put the code on, Mil? Or did I miss it? Remember, oops, I've lost you. Oh, I'm back. We're back. So you can do this with any old paintbrush. I'm just using these. I mean, look at the state of these. Well loved or what? So I'm just going to put a little bit on my mat at the side. I'll move it across so you can see what I'm doing. And we are going to water this down before we put it on the card. So I'm going to water that down. And I'm just going to dab it on in various sections. And what happens is, because we've got the raised areas where I stippled the gritty texture medium. In fact, let me just show you this before I move it. Look, can you see where it's the chalk paint has sunk down into the recessed bits of the texture medium? So already we've got colour going on. I'm going to water this down, so don't worry, because that looks quite strong at the minute. But by the time I mix this with water, it won't be as strong as that. And the good thing about these paints is the colours stay true. So we're now moving on to the African Violet, which is an absolutely stunning colour. Now, most people that know me know that I'm not really a purple fan. I like bluebell tones and lavender tones rather than purple, but this colour is lush. So I'm doing exactly the same thing. I'm just dabbing it. I'm not going to the edges, and you'll see why in a second. Because when I spray this with water, I'm going to tip it all over. And then we'll move on to the pink. If you can't get the big set of chalk paints, what set is the best to start with? Ooh, Avril, that's a question. Hi, Karen, not to worry, darling, welcome. Oh, do you know what, Avril? 100% honesty, just choose the ones you like. And I say this about every product that I do. If you struggle to choose colours, just literally pick colours that you like, because you're more likely to use them. Oh, look at this lovely pink. Yeah, whatever your favourite colours are, Avril, is what I would tell you to get. You'll notice that I've left the paint. I'll just wipe that bit of African Violet on. I've left the paint there that I've watered down, because we're going to colour the flowers as well with it. And now I'm going to go in with some pink. And remember, these colours won't be as strong by the time I've squirted water all over it. This is one of those things, you know, when your mojo's gone, you can sit and do a load of these backgrounds and just colour them. Right, so leave that there. Avra wanted me to help her choose colours. What is the Helen? I honestly don't know, darling, but Karen might be able to help if she's still free. Could I get you open on Facebook? What are you doing wrong? I'm not sure, Irene. Irene's just saying she had trouble to find me on Facebook. Did you go to the Sentimentally Yours page, Irene? And usually if you go to the Facebook page, the video is at the top and you just click on it and it opens on a bigger screen. That might be what happened, Irene. Okay, so back to it. Oh, hi, Emma. Oh, it's lovely to see you, darling. Oh, do you know what, Jackie? Jackie's just saying she can't spend any money. She's got a car tax due. So the day before Christmas, I had to pay for my first holiday. And then I got an email saying my car needs an MOT in January. And then I got another email to say that my warranty expires at the end of January. Marvellous. Right, so now we've got these paints going on. I'm just going to use the spray bottle. And I'm going to mist this. And then we're going to bleed the colours into themselves. So using my stipple brush, you can actually see already, look, the colours started to move without me... Oh, okay. The colours already started to move without me doing anything. So I'm now just going to pat the edges and blend these in. Remember, it dries lighter than it is on the card. Oops. Oh, that's just lovely. So I'm just going to move that around. I'm just going to put a bit more purple in there. I just want a bit more African violet. And then we're going to leave that to dry. We're going to leave that to dry. I might put a bit more water on. It'll probably take forever to dry because I've wet it through now. So I'm going to move the whole thing. You can see we're getting a lovely watery background look. I'm going to move the whole thing. We do, Janice, they're on the website under tools. I'm just going to get up off my desk. And I'm going to move that and let that dry. And then whilst we're waiting for that, we're going to colour the flowers for this card. So I'm going to leave that as long as I possibly can to dry naturally. It's always better to leave them to dry naturally as long as you possibly can. Now I've wet that through, so it might be, you can see, look, the colours are starting to soften. It might be that I have to force dry that with a heat tool, but it's fine. It'll be fine. So we're going to move on to the flowers now for this card. And there's just a few. Remember that texture paste is literally just going to be in the background as well. No, it's not watercolour card, Linda. Linda's just asking me over on YouTube if I'm using on Facebook, sorry. Is that watercolour card I'm using? No, it's literally my premium pure white cardstock. So, I'm not going to lift it up and show you. I'll show you at the end. You could absolutely, Alison. Alison's just asking me if we could use a heat gun to help it dry. What I would recommend, Alison, is to leave it as long as you can. Obviously, by the time we get to the end of this demo, if that's still saturated, I will force dry it with my heat tool. But it is always better to leave it as long as you possibly can. So we're going to do Oh, look at that, look, that's not many flowers at all. Not many flowers at all. And I am using the dotty daisies, look. And I'm using the dotty daisies because we've nearly sold out. So once they're gone, there you go. Once they're gone because I won't be restocking again. So we're using the dotty daisies for this. And you know I love my daisy dyes. On the website, everything's on the website. So instead of rubbing these into each other, we're going to do some individual colours. So I'm actually going to wet these, just rub them in the paint. Oh, Happy New Year, Beverly. A bit tight on those flowers today, I am, yeah. So I'm just going to create a little bit more of the pink. Water it down. And I'm just going to rub these through it. And what happened, look at that. I've chosen the worst colour to show you, the palest. So I'm just going to try and keep these in the sets that they're meant to be. And what happens with the chalk paint is when it dries, you get that lovely chalky effect, which is one of my favourite ever finishes. Anybody that knows me will tell you that. Let me get my tweezers. Stingy with the flowers, yeah, absolutely. Phil, will you be at Harrogate on the 30th of April? We will be at Harrogate on the 30th of April. So let's just rub these small flowers in. This is what I mean about the chalk paints. So already we've changed the colour of the texture paste, the texture medium, and now we're colouring flowers with them. I want a mix of the colours that we've got on this card. So I'm going to change from the pink now to the violet. Remember, you can splat with this as well, so you can do it. Hi Linda, Happy New Year. You can splat with this paint as well. So let's just get a bit more of the violet. You'll notice I've only used the paint from the lid. The only time really that I go into the actual pot is if I'm doing painting grey board or MDF or something. So let's just colour this one. Oh, what a gorgeous colour. Look at that colour. Hopefully you can see as well that these colours are pretty true to how they look in the pots, which I think that's amazing. Then I'll finish with a couple of small purple ones. That is already nearly dry on the flowers. How good is that? And then I'm going to do a couple of green ones. Yeah, that African violet is stunning. There's probably enough on that for this. Just clean my brush. Mix that up a little bit. There's probably enough there because I've only got 3 flowers for this. Oh, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. I'm just going to bring that pink in, look, because this flower is almost dry already. I just think that's marvellous. Right, so let's get tidied up. Brushes in the water pot. Wipe that up. And then we'll just put these over here to dry. Let me get another bit of kitchen roll, a used piece. See if I can find a used piece. Here we go. Waste not, want not, reuse your kitchen roll. And we'll leave these to dry. This is why I like the dotted daisies. Well, in fact, it's why I like any of the daisies that have got the debossing detail. I'll bring that in and show you, because the paint actually stays in the debossed areas, and it's just a lovely effect. What a lovely colour palette. Just bring it in. If you, hopefully you can, there you go, look, hopefully you can see on the dots that are debossed on these, the paint sinks in and it stays a little bit stronger. So it's almost like a twofer. It's like a bonus effect just from using the paint. I think this is done. Wednesday the 18th of January. What's Wednesday, Karen? What date is the next workshop? 18th of January. Right, so now let's move on to the other parts of the card. So I always do the wet jobs first, which is what we've just done there. So I haven't decided yet whether I want to colour the leaves. So traditionally, or more often than not, I leave my foliage white and just glitter it. But I might paint the succulent foliage, which is that one, with the olive. But I want to see how much colour is left on the background by the time it's dried. So what I've got here are just, this is a teeny tiny 7x7 card. I never do teeny tiny 7x7 cards. But we are today. So I've got my 7x7, which is the base, and then a 6 3/4 layer for the top, and then we've got 2 tags. So these tags are from the scalloped tags, which I haven't got on my desk to show you, I'm afraid. Just find my pokey tool. I've lost my pokey tool. Hang on a minute. It's not like I ain't got 15. So these lovely little tags are from the scalloped tags, and you get that lovely little debossing detail, and you get the piercing at the bottom. It's really, really pretty. And we're going to stamp on one of these and then colour in with the paints as well. I don't know why I didn't poke the bits out earlier. Apologies. Most of them have fallen out, as you can see. Let's just get rid of these bits. I'm not throwing them on the floor. I know a 7x7 card. What's that all about? But you know what? I thought let's start as we mean to go on, because it's probably the only 7x7 card I'll do this year. Right, so we're going to do a little bit of stamping now. And because we've got daisies on there, I'm going to use the big backgrounds, which I absolutely adore, the big backgrounds. Actually, yeah, Lee's just said the tags are great for gift tags. And I think it was these ones. I used these for my Christmas tags this year. Yeah, for the 2 presents I sent. So we're going to use this fabulous big background that has the daisies and the journal lines in it. And I'm not going to use my stamping platform. I'm just going to do this by hand. So this one I'm leaving plain. I might do some splats on it, but I might just leave it plain. This is the one that I want to stamp onto. And then we can colour in some of the elements. So, little tip if you struggle with big stamps and you haven't got a stamping platform. I'm glad you're using the gritty texture paste tonight, Phil. I have some on the way, along with a couple of chalky paints and lots of other crafting. Oh, bless you. Thank you, Sue. Probably not, Catherine. I'm not sure yet. Definitely not the one in June. Catherine's just asking me if we're doing the Doncaster shows, but maybe the one later on in the year. Hi, Anne. Not to worry, darling. Happy New Year, Karen. Happy New Year, Anne. Yeah, you'll be able to catch up afterwards, don't worry. Love the scallop ties, good for popping a sentiment among the flowers, absolutely. Yeah. So, top tip, if you haven't got a stamping platform and you want to use the big backgrounds, what I'm doing is I'm leaving it on the carrier sheet. So I'm just going to leave it on this sheet. And I literally just want to stamp there. And because I know where I'm going, if you look, we've got butterflies and all sorts in here. So I can choose which area I want. Now I don't actually need a butterfly for this. I want a couple of the open, there we go, a couple of the open daisies. And I'm using the Fallen Leaves VersaFine Clair for this because I wanted brown rather than black. So whereabouts was it? It was here. So I'm leaving it on the carrier sheet, which stops it being so wobbly. So if you haven't got one of my A5 blocks and you haven't got a stamping platform, there's no reason why you can't use these. Big stamps. Just make sure I've inked enough. I haven't. It's a good job I checked. And I'm going brown rather than black. So I always turn my big stamps sideways because I find it easier. I'm just going to bring that a little bit closer to myself. Let's see if I can get this straight. It really won't matter if it's not, because it's going to be in the background. But we are going to paint a few of these daisies that are in this stamp. This is a fabulous, fabulous background for decoupaging as well. Because you've got in here, I don't know whether you can see from that shot, you've got open daisies and you've got solid ones. And if you like to fussy cut, you're going to love this. Oh, that's perfect. How gorgeous is that? Isn't that just beautiful? And then we'll clean the stamp. This is baby, it's not actually a baby wipe, it's a water wipe. Number 3. Oops, that was a bit generous, Phil. I got an extra one out there. And I love that shade of brown from the VersaFine Clairs. Catherine's saying she might have just ordered a few of the big backgrounds. Well, the 20% expires, the 20% off expires tomorrow, so it's the best time to do it. You may as well save some money. So let's just pop that back. Love the big backgrounds. One of the most useful sets of stamps I've done, I think. So we'll pop that on there. And while we've got the ink pad out, we'll do the sentiment. So for the sentiment, I don't know where I've put it. Oh, it's here. I had a little strip of card, just a little offcut, because we're going to make a little banner with this. Just pop that there to dry. And I'm using the Delightfully Daisy sentiment stamps tonight. Yeah, I love them too. So when I was prepping this, I was torn between which set to use. So I'm going to show you both sets. Now, I honestly don't know whether we've got stock or not, because Delightfully Daisies were either last year or the year before. So if we have, you're lucky. If we haven't, they won't be coming back. But I was tormenting myself because I'm doing this, because normally I do big cards. I am Vicky. I cannot recommend it enough. Vicky's just Vicky's just saying on Facebook, I'm really good at putting stamps away as soon as I've finished. And honestly, I've spent so many hours looking for stamps over the years, and I'll tell you what, I'm not so good when I'm on TV. So when I'm on TV, you see me frantically trying to finish a card. I usually clean the stamps and I leave them on one side, or I stick them onto the sheet. But I never put them back until I get home. But it's definitely worth cleaning your stamps and putting them back where they belong whilst you're using them. So, tormenting myself which set to use. So I'm just going to show you the difference, because there are two sets of the essentials sentiments, if you like. So these are the beautiful, beautiful ones that have the daisies in them. So you can stamp these and colour in. You can colour in the little daisies with your watercolour blending brush pens, paints, or whatever you've got, alcohol markers. And I did the A5 set originally. Yeah. And then I did the mini version as an add-on, because sometimes the regular size stamps are just too big. So I did the mini version. And the mini version gives you all the ones you would expect. So this is a DL set. And you've got To Someone Special, Thinking of You Today, Best Wishes, etc, etc. But down at the bottom, look, you've got this beautiful, beautiful With Love and the Happy Birthday. And I love these. I love these little dinky stamps. I love this one as well, look. Love and Kisses. You can see how much I've used it. I've worn the colour off the acetate. But I'm going to go with Love. Hi, Aisha. So we're going to have With Love in the border style. And I'm not using my block for my platform for this. I'm just going to stamp it with my acrylic block. I'm going to stamp it. I'm just bringing it towards me so I can see where I'm going. So I'm going to stamp it towards the right hand side of this little strip of card. This is why I save all my strips of card, because they're always useful for sentiments and tags and what have you. Oops, pop them away, pop them away. I'm just going to show you that now, look, 'cause it's softening up a bit. It's still wet, it's actually wet through. So let me put it on another piece of card. By the time I've rubbed glitter in that background, it will look amazing. So let me just show you this. Isn't that cute? With Love, with little daisies. And I'm just going to snip the end to make it a little label. How easy was that? And I've left that space there so that when I put that and tuck it underneath my flowers, I've got enough room to play with, and then I can just trim off the excess when I need it. So now let's come back to the background that we've stamped. We're going to do a little bit of painting. That might be too small. Let's see if I've got a bigger brush in here. I have, but it looks like I didn't clean that brush. So we're now going to take the chalk paints that we've used already, and we're going to colour them. We're going to colour them with the chalk paints to match everything else. And you can go in neat. You can go in neat with this, which I'll do. Let's do the big one. Let's do the big one. No, let's do this small, medium one, the one in the middle. And because these paints are chalky, I can go over the inks, look. If I don't put too much paint on, you can go over the ink, particularly with the VersaFine clairs, and you can still see the image, the stamped image underneath. It's one of the reasons why I love these paints so much. And I don't know whether I should, no I'm not. I was just going to give you a little hint of something that's coming soon, but I'm not. I'm going to wait. See, I can be good when I need to be. I'm just going to do this one pink as well. So I'm literally just going in neat with a teeny paintbrush straight onto the stamped image. Anybody can do this. Anybody can do this. And that's actually already starting to dry, which I just think is amazing. Sadly not Janice. Janice is just asking if we're doing Ali Pali. I'm gutted, Janice. And I promise you next year, we will try to get there. Ali Pali starts on the, I can't remember whether it's the 11th or the 12th of, 11th or 12th of March. And I go on holiday on the 10th. I know, how selfish is that? So I'm just cleaning my brush, and then we'll move into the, let me show you that. And then we'll move on to the African Violet. I'm not going to do, I am going to water this down, I think, because it's a bit stronger. I'm not going to do any green roses in background, because there's enough green going on that textured background. So I'm going to water this down, and we're now creating a chalky finish watercolour paint. How amazing is that? And no matter how much you water this down, you will still get a chalky finish. And I think that is amazing. Those of you that have been with me for a while will know how excited I was about the chalk paints, because I just love what you can do with them. Look at this lovely colour now. We've watered it down. It's still the African Violet colour, but it's watery. I don't know any other paints, palettes, or anything that you can paint with that give you a lovely chalky finish. I won't colour them all in because I do want to be done before 9 o'clock. Who was it? Was it Vicky or Avril or somebody told me silent witnesses on at 9 o'clock. Oops, too much paint. And I'm just going to finish these off. Did I bore you, David? I am sorry. So I'm just going to finish these off, and I'm just going to grab the Perfectly Pumpkin. I'm going to grab the Perfectly Pumpkin for the centres. Drink, thanks, Di. Oh, it's freezing cold, but it's fine. So Perfectly Pumpkin, just so that I can give them an orange centre. And I think that looks really rather lovely. Thank you very much. How pretty is that? And that, who would have thought? Who would have thought that came from this great big massive stamp? I think this is why I love the big backgrounds, because you can just do so much with them. So let's pop that to one side, and let's see how the flowers are doing. I'm trying to remember not to leave my little paintbrush, because these little fine brushes will bend if you leave them in the water pot. So I'm taking it out now while I remember. Right, let's grab everything. It's getting there, slowly but surely. Slowly but surely. And they're all dry except for that one. So I'm just going to give it a quick blast. I'm not going to blast the background yet. I'm trying to leave that as long as I possibly can. Yeah, the daisies are beautiful. It is very effective, Vicky. And easy to do. Yeah, big background. So remember all the big backgrounds, the ones, I've not got them here with me. Well, I have, but they're on the other shelf. But the one with the cogs on, I'm going to get it. Big backgrounds, where are you? Big backgrounds, where are you? Big backgrounds. Big backgrounds, and I know it is because it says it on my sticker. I'm just going to show you the one with the cogs on. I mean, that's how many we've got of the big backgrounds. Look at that, look, the men's cards. We all struggle with the men's cards. Look at that. Amazing. I love that one. That one's called Cogs and Gears. They're all nice. Have a look at the category on the website. So I'm just going to grab my heat tool and give this a quick blast. So apologies if the camera wobbles because I've got to unplug my phone. And while we've got the heat tool out, I may as well do the background as well. Just so, because it's still quite wet, look on the edges. And then we can rub some glitter all over it. So, lessons learned the hard way. Top tip, everybody. Don't deheat embossing on top of kitchen roll, because it'll burn it. Been there, done that. Been there, done that. I love the chalk paints on flowers. Look at these, are absolutely amazing. Just make sure the others are dry. Look at what it does to the dots, look. How fabulous does that look? They're all quite dry. I think the only ones that are still a bit damp are the ones I did last. So I'll just blast them. What happens is, and hopefully you can hear me over the top of the heat gun, but what happens is with the chalk paints, when it dries it makes the card look velvety. So they look really, really classy. And I don't know why I've ended up doing them all, because these little ones are dry. Oops, last one. And then I'm going to dry the background. Happy New Year, Wendy. 20%, Chrissy. So I'm just drying the background look, but I'm moving it away from my camera. Simply because I want to do it from, I don't want to melt my mat underneath. I don't know what these noticed, I've had to move my mat, my grey mat around. Because although this is heat resistant, that isn't. That was another lesson I learned the hard way. I'm just working my way around. Remember to do it from above and behind. So let me do it there. I am wafting, by the way. It's almost dry. And I think that will do. So what I'm going to do is just chuck that underneath my little pot of dyes to flatten it a little bit. Because inevitably, when you saturate cardstock, you know it's gonna buckle a bit. So let's just pop that under here for a second. That's not very heavy, Phil. I've chosen the lightest tub I've got. Oh, there we go. That's better. That's better. Right, so whilst we're waiting for that, we'll shape our flowers. Oh, let me get a drink. I'll plug my phone back in. Right, we're cooking on gas, everybody. I've got a lovely new stamping mat to shape my flowers on, because my other one was absolutely rotten. I'm still going to use it. I'm not wasting the other one. Oh, they are good. Phil, daft question, but what heat-proof mat is that? It's ours, Karen. So if you go on the website, I've got 2 different sizes. I can't remember what category it's under. I assume it's under tools. But I have 2 different sizes. You've got the A3 one and you've got the A4 one. And you'll probably notice that whenever I'm doing a demo or a Facebook Live or anything, I always have the A4 one at the side of my A3 one. And when I'm crafting normally for myself or doing samples or anything, I tend to have all my cardstock and everything on the clean bit, and I do all my paints on the A4 one at the side. Right, so let's shape these flowers up. And the daisies are just the easiest flowers in the world to shape up, because I'm just doing them from underneath. And I've got them all in pairs, and I'm literally just shaping the edges. It'll only take me a second to do this. And then I'm going to have a breather. And I'll let you talk to me for a minute. We're actually doing good for time. Well, actually, Bev, I'm not doing a grey one. But I might be doing a bigger sized one in a different colour later in the year. And it's a purely selfish reason. Because I could do you sell them at your using? Yeah, absolutely, Joanna. It's on the website. I can't do links for you while I'm on here, but if you go on the website and just look under tools, or just go in the search bar and put matte. If you just go into the search bar at the top and put matte, it will show you all the different mattes that I have. And I wouldn't be without them now. You can get all your pastes and everything on them, and it just wipes clean. Oh, Elaine's managed to get on Facebook. Duck egg blue, no greys, but that would be nice, wouldn't it? To match my own craft room. Oh, you're not too late, Elaine. Makes the flowers pop. Yeah, it does, Karen. I'm just catching up with the YouTube comments as well. So remember, everybody, if you haven't already, subscribe to the YouTube channel for me, please. And that is the YouTube channel. So go on YouTube. I've got links all over the Facebook page. But if you don't click the links on Facebook, if you just go on YouTube and search for Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours and subscribe to my channel, there are 2 new videos coming this week. And one of them, I absolutely loved doing it. And again, it's showing you how to use the chalk paints with my metallic paints to achieve some very specific results. And I think that one's coming on Thursday. Let me just take that off again. You don't need to, oops, you don't need that in your face all the time. So yeah, so although I do the lives on both channels, I do specific videos just for the YouTube channel. So you would only see them on YouTube. So it's definitely worth subscribing for the sake of filling your email address in. It's definitely worth doing that. It's a Sentimentally Yours foam mat, it is. So this is actually the one that I did with Creative Expressions. You can't get that anymore from Creative Expressions, but we have got them on the website. Typed in foam mat and you can't. Oh, Karen's just giving you a link. Oh, there you go, and Bev. So this is the 9x9 one, but I also do an A3 one. I also do an A3 one as well. And I am redoing these myself. So the sooner the ones I've done with them have gone, the better. Right, let's get these glued together. So I'm just going to glue I'm just using my ordinary glue for this. And this is when these flowers start to come to life. I think I've got a bit of glue in there that's dried up. How absolutely gorgeous are those dotty daisies? Aren't they just stunning? And that's before I've put a gem in them and glittered them. So that is for the middle of that one. I know you'll all be wondering this as well. So back on TV on the 27th of January, the next box kit, I can't even remember what number it is, 9, 10, I can't remember. The next box kit is coming in February, So the next box kit will be February. And then the beginning of March, just before I go on holiday, is our anniversary shows on CNC. And I am doing them a little bit different this year. Just make sure I'm putting these together. I want to keep a couple separate. I'll keep one of each separate. But I will let you all know in due course. Oh yeah, absolutely. Yes, Joanna, yeah, this is actually a stamping mat, but I don't use it for stamping. I use it to shape my flower. Well, you've just watched me. I use it to shape my flowers on. So I'm going to leave these few separate. And we'll get some gems in these now. So let's have the Aurora ones. Oops. Do you know what? I think I might have timed this just right tonight. We will definitely be done before 9 o'clock. So I've kept some of these flowers as individuals just because I like a lot on. Surprise, surprise. Might be a new year, but I'm not changing my flower habits. 6th of March is your anniversary or birthday. Stop tempting you to spend more money. But then again, I do need more craft goodies. Oh, bless you. Yeah, small one is 9x9. Yeah, that's the one I've got here. Yeah, absolutely. I know which pink one you mean, Joanna, as well. This is a lot softer than the... It's hard, but it's not too hard that you can't shape... Well, you can't shape your flowers on it. Right, so let's get these gems in. I'm using the Aurora gems. And we are going to rub some glitter over that background as well. This is what I love about making cards. You can see all the processes that you go through, like I'm doing here. All the different bits we do to make our cards. And then when you see it come together, it's just lovely. So these gems are the Aurora ones that have the iridescent sparkle. 24th of February. Oh, David, that's just before the anniversary. So I'm going to push the gems in now using my tweezers. Oops. So as much birthday money as you can get, David, just so you're ready for the weekend after. I've paid for one holiday, but the other one's due. What was it about, Bev? About the... Hi, Lorraine. Happy New Year, chum. About the challenges. About the challenges, Bev. Right, so let's just show you how these all look together now. And I think I'm going to leave the leaves. I'm going to leave the leaves white. So let's see how we are with the background. Possibly Liz. Possibly Liz, yes. If I do, it will be towards the end of this year. Are you going anywhere nice for your holiday? We're going to Tenerife in March and Greece in August. The Aurora gems aren't on the website anymore. They're sold out, Mel. Well, that's not too bad. We managed to flatten that a little bit. Flowers do look fabulous. Yes, I did, Bev, yeah. I only saw it earlier, though. Can't find him. Kieran's on the case, everybody. Right, so we've now got this watery background going on. Let me bring the rest of the card in. So, I don't know why, but for some reason this card is wobbly. And it's bugging me. So I'm just going to chop another piece of card up, everybody. Can you see, look? It's kinking up. I don't know why. So that won't be going on this card. Luckily, my guillotine is just at the side. So I'm just going to chop another piece. Seven by seven. 7 by 7. That's better. I can't be doing with wobbly card. Oh, you asked, Chrissy, I've never been to Spain in my life. Never been to Spain in my life. And the only reason we're going, yeah, kinky card, Avril. The only reason we're going is because there are only a few places that are decent weather in March time. And we don't want to fly to the Caribbean. We've been there, done that. So, we're trying Tenerife. If I don't like it, I'll never go back. Right, so let's just show you what we're going to do with this background. I mean, I think that looks really rather pretty as it is. But we're going to do something. We're going to do something unprecedented. So I'm putting glue. Why would Asda be emailing me? I've just had a thing pop up on my screen telling me something about Asda. I don't even shop at Asda. So I'm just putting some glue on my mat. Hopefully you can just see what I'm doing there. And I already know roughly the layout I'm having on this card. Yeah? So I already know roughly that these are going to go there. Oh, I forgot my lace. Hang on a minute. Just move that a second. And that a second. Bear with me, everybody. I'm just getting some lace. Oops. Sorry, I've just knocked everybody dizzy. Do you know what? You can guarantee, can't you, that the tub you want is the one at the bottom. Right. So I already know the layout I'm going to have with this card, which is roughly this. So I've got my glue on there. I'm going to put my finger in it. And we're going to highlight some of this texture medium, some of this gritty texture paste. Yeah? Mind your cars and wallets if you go on the beach. We've got a... Hiya, Rose. Oh, I hope you're alright, darling. I don't know where I'm going. I can't honestly remember. Karen will know. But it's the nice end, if there is such a thing. So I'm just dipping my finger in the glue. And I'm just going to rub some glue over the top of this texture medium. Not all of it. The glue started to dry. Hang on 1 second. And I'm doing this before I put the card together. So I'm not covering the texture medium, the gritty texture medium, but we are going to give it a glittery highlight. I love doing this. So we've now got bits of glitter embedded in the background. Yeah, in the bits that you're going to see. I can't remember which way round it was. That was it. So let's get this card laid up now. L somewhere, Karen says. I'm glad somebody knows. I can remember booking it, and I can remember paying it. I can't even remember what the resort's called. But I can tell you that we've got a private pool, and I can tell you that we've got a butler. So I'm just going to pop that on there, look. So this is just going to go on flat. And because I only rubbed the glue in with my finger, I can chuck that underneath my die tub, and flatten it again. So that's just going to flatten a bit. I thought it was Blackpool. Do you know what? I'd absolutely love to go to Blackpool, but everybody we've spoken to has said not to. I've been to Phill for years, David. Lynn's just saying, oh, that's a different way to add glitter. So let me just tell you why I did that. Just so you know why I did the glitter with my finger. It's because I was going over the texture, the raised texture medium, the gritty texture medium, and I wanted to get the glue. Thanks, Di. That's how much I drank. I wanted to get the glue around the sides of the texture medium rather than putting it on too heavy. Right, where are we at? I'm going to put the twine. I'm going to put the twine on the doodahs. No, I don't want twine, I want lace. So we need a bit of lace. Oh, thank you, Patricia. Do you know, the only reason we've booked 2 holidays this year is because it's the only time I stop. If I'm not in the country, I can't work. So I'm just going to do a little bit of a double thing with the lace. I've never been to Spain in my life. I was talking to Paula about it, and she's like, what do you mean you've never been to Spain? I'm like, I haven't. So we're trying it, and I've only ever been to Greece once, and I didn't like it. So I'm hoping we'll like this place that we're going to this time. So I'm using a bit of lace. This bit of lace I've had for ages. We used it on the online workshop a few weeks ago. So I'm using a bit of lace, and then I'm going to put a bit of twine on it as well. Just down the road in Norwich, you will love Norfolk. Costadel what? Breen? I don't know what that is. Yeah, absolutely, Sandra. I went to school in Blackpool, definitely somewhere to experience. I have been to Blackpool when I was younger, but not for years and years and years. So I'm just making little knots on this. I'm keeping that, I'm just leaving that plain white. I will save them bits as well, and I'm also going to put a bit of twine through these. Just a bit of craft twine. Somerset, I've been to Somerset, been to Taunton. Me and Julia used a demo in Taunton. So we did. Oh, wrong one. So let's just tie a bit of twine on this. I'll give it a double knot, the twine, because it's a bit thinner. if I can catch it. That sounds like somebody going past on a motorbike, just so you know it wasn't me. So just pull all that up. So it looks a bit shabby. We are getting there. We will definitely be done in the next 15 minutes. We're just doing the end bits now. Oh no, Taunton's in Somerset. Even I know that. Right, so I've got my tags ready. They're going on foam tape. Oops. Oh, I've got that foam tape that I can't tear. That's bugging me a bit. I might need to make that shorter in a minute. Somerset, where the cider drinkers go. Somerset's beautiful. Oh look, I'm happy now. Because that's all lovely and flat. So let's get this card put together. Incidentally, I can't remember who it was that asked me about colouring the paste. So we've obviously changed it slightly with the chalk paints. And because I watered it down, you get a lovely watery effect. If you just add a bit of chalk paint to the, or even the metallic paint, to the paste on your mat before you put it through your stencil, you'll change the colour altogether. So you'll actually change the colour of the product before you put it through the stencil. Joanna lives in Somerset. Yeah, it's beautiful down there. So I'm just taking off the backing. I'm going to stand up to do that and just make sure everybody's all right over there. 6th of March is your birthday too. Oh, Catherine, your birthday is more or less perfect for the shows. Yeah. So I'm just going to stand up to do this so that I can get it straight, because normally I have a bigger base, as you know. So this is a clean and simple card for me. Or some more simple than I usually do. So I'm just going to put that there. I'm going to trim some of that off because it's doing my head in. That's better. And then the little tag is just going on the side there to break up the colour in the background. I'm going to do that with my glue gel. Oh, I meant to tell you as well, when the box kit comes out in February, I've actually done a fabulous long project for it already. I did it last year. So I'm putting this on with glue gel just so that I can raise it. I'll be glad when this pot's finished with. Just so I can raise it and off-centre it off the other tag. I haven't inked any of the edges on this card because it's going to be glittered in a minute. Let's just pop that. A little bit lower. And then I'm just going to use 2 bits. So rather than go all the way across the card with the lace, I'm going to put 2 bits either side. We do have lace in the shop, but it's not on the website. And this one I've got here, I've had it for ages. Ages. And I bought a great big 25 meters or something of it. So I'm just going to tuck that underneath there. And the same on the other side. So now it looks like I've gone all the way across underneath, but obviously I haven't. It's just 2 bits at the end. Now this is what you call a mixed media card, because we've got all sorts on it. So over to the leaves, let's just pop that out of the way. So over to the leaves, and I'm just going to shape them and glitter them. I'm not going to colour the leaves at all, which is what I was originally thinking, but I'm not. Crystal Gemporium gems. Oh, has Karen added some more stock? Oh, she is good. See, if Karen weren't watching, I wouldn't have been able to do that for you. So I'm using the succulent foliage, which, as you know, if you know me, is one of my favourite foliage dyes because of the shape of the leaves. And obviously we've got the deboss detail in there. They're like proper leaves. I'm just going to snip that off because I only want the top 3. And I'm just going to glitter the tips of these. I'm not going to glitter the foliage, the fronds. I'm just going to glitter the tips of these. Because there's going to be a lot of glitter on this card in a minute. And I like to just do the edges, look, the very tips of the leaves. There you go, you can just see it. And while we've got the sentiment here, I'm going to glitter the border. And always, so for anybody who's new to this, providing you're using a PVA glue that dries clear, like I've just gone over there, don't ever worry about it, because it just looks pretty, even when you get it in bits you don't want it. Right, let's get cracking on this card. So before I do anything else, I'm going to go around the edge. So, little tip for you, what I'm going to do here, so this is a top tip. Phil's top tip, we need to think of a name for that. So because this card here, the one that I've used the watercolour on, because that's been wet a few times and I've force dried it with the heat gun, I'm now not going to glitter on that edge. I'm going to go to the layer underneath. Yeah, because otherwise we're wetting cardstock that's already been wet. And I'm literally just going round with my glue. I'm not taking care with it. I don't care if it goes where I don't want it to. What we're going to end up with is lovely Diamond Dazzle glitter. I did say 10 minutes ago that we would be done in 15 minutes, and we are nearly done. Oh, just a quick reminder as well for anybody who wants to join us on the alcohol pen colouring workshop. So the next online workshop is the 22nd of January, and it is specifically help with colouring with your alcohol markers. But I think the booking for it closes next week, so get on the website and just have a look at the online workshops and see where you're at. Right, now we're on my favourite part, which is obviously the flowers. So now we'll start assembling this card and making it look fabulous. Wendy, I love a bit of sparkly glitter, very pretty, yeah it is. The Diamond Dazzle is fabulous. And can you see now, because we're starting to put the card together, the background has actually gone into the background. And we've got this lovely pastel-y background going on. So here we go. Let me see if I can get rid of this tuber pin flare, because it's doing my head in. Let's see where this is going to go. Yeah, let's get that on next. See if I've chopped enough off. Not quite. Yeah, that'll do nicely. So I'm going to pop that on now so that I can put the flowers around it. There's not many flowers on this, but I did have to cut some more. I did have to cut some more daisies, which made me laugh. In fact, shall I just show you? I'm just going to show you just before I stick the next flower on. I told you I love my daisy dies. And my succulent foliage. Let's see if I can find them. So, not that I'm biased or anything, but that's one set of daisy dies. That's the dotty daisies that I've used today. And that one is the delicate daisies, which is the plain one. and my succulent foliage. I told you I love the succulent foliage. And when you use as many as I do, it makes sense to do that. Obviously, I've not cut them all. Gordon's cut most of them. Right, let's get this card put together. We are nearly done, and then we'll do a quick recap before I let you go. Oh, somebody remind me at the end I need to choose 2 names from the comments. So I'm just going to put all the glue gel on, all of them. Just because it's a bit quicker. Even with this awful syringe, tube. I think this tube has got a bit of dry glue inside it, which is why it keeps veering off to the side. And I'm not throwing it away because I've thrown too many tubes away. Right, here we go. Oh. I think that one wants putting on before it causes any more trouble. Let's go there. So I'm putting all the flowers on before I put the leaves on, because I'll just tuck the leaves underneath. Let's just have a look, see if I'm missing an area. Yeah, almost done. Isn't it pretty? I told you it was quick and easy-ish. Quick and easy-ish. I did emphasise the ish. Yeah, the colours are fabulous. Yeah, it all tones in quite nicely. We're not quite done yet. Nearly done. I've just got to tuck the leaves in. I'm just going to see where I want them, because you know I've got to have one. Yeah, that's perfect. So I'm just going to lift that up, tuck that underneath. Yeah, that can go there. Oh, we're nearly at the end of this tube, everybody. Whoop, whoop. So I'm just going to lift that up, tuck that underneath. And I'm just going to put a couple of this is the floaty fronds, and you know I love the floaty fronds, but I'm literally using the very, very ends. And this is the smallest. There are two different sizes in the floaty fronds, and this is the smallest of the two. And I'm literally just going to tuck those in. I want one in there and one down here. I want that one in there just to cover up. That's perfect. Perfect. And on the last lap. And then one in there just to coordinate. And then the very last thing we're going to do is a couple of random gems. So we'll have one there to cover that bit of muck, that fingerprint. And we'll have one there. So just you know I like to put a couple of random gems on. Just little details. So not bad for a clean and simple card, is it? It's easy to do. 80th birthday card with flowers. There you go, Kay. In fact, Kay, just to give you a little tip, just to give you a little heads up. Bear with me just while I get the Delightfully Daisy tub. Remember, we also have the matching numbers in the Delightfully Daisy in the DL set. Right, so let's do a little close-up and then I'll do a quick recap and then let you go. So we'll go from the top to the bottom. So how easy was this to do? So we've created that lovely watery background, and even when you look at it, I mean, you've heard people say this before, where you have to trust the process. So the background looked darker. Even when I added water, it looked darker because I'd let it dry too long in the card. But all you do, just add more water, mix it up. We've got the texture going on, so the texture has now become an integral part of the background, which is exactly what we wanted. Yeah. There we go, that's a bit better. So we've got the texture from the meshed up stencil with the gritty texture medium. Got that beautiful little sentiment just tucked under there, look, where it says with love. The flowers have been coloured with the same 3 colours that we had in the background of the chalk paints. I can't recommend the chalk paints enough. Got the little accent with the daisy big background. Yeah, the daisy journal page big background. And just a little bit of an accent with the foliage. And I think that's really rather fabulous. It's dead easy to do. Easy peasy to do. Now, truth be known... Oh, thanks, Di. Truth be known, I would probably mount that onto an 8x8 card because that's just how I am. But if you only wanted to make a 7x7 or a 6x6, you could absolutely do that. Thanks, Chrissy. Right, so let's choose these winners. So 2 people, so one from Facebook, one from YouTube. So you'll need to message me on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page with your address, whoever wins these. So even if you're watching on YouTube, I need you to message me afterwards on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, or just email Karen, just admin@honeypotcrafts.co.uk and tell her that you've won from the live. So you're going to get one of the gritty texture mediums and also our regular texture medium, 1 pot of each. Gritty is what I've got on here because I stippled it to create that additional texture. So the winner on YouTube, let's just do some random scrolling and see who wins this. Oh, I'm glad you like it. I'm glad you like it. The first card back, the first card of 2023, and it's a bit of a pretty one. Oops, as you would expect. There we go. So scrolling. Scroll. So Irene Dean, congratulations, you've won the texture medium and the gritty texture medium from YouTube. So if you could just send me a message on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, please, Irene, with your address and reminder that you've won. And Facebook, oh crikey, look how many comments we've got. 650. Just bear with me while I scroll through all these comments. I'm not looking, I'm just scroll. Karen Lever, congratulations. Now, well, kidding, she can't win. Let's just keep going. Let's just keep scrolling. Anne Salmon, congratulations, Anne. If you're still watching, you've won the texture medium and the gritty texture medium from Facebook. So well done. Just send me a message on the Sentimentally Yours Facebook page with your address and everything, and Karen will get those posted to you. So hopefully you've enjoyed that. Please remember to like and follow my Sentimentally Yours Facebook page, please. And also to join me on YouTube. Subscribe to me on YouTube. So just search for Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. Hit the subscribe button and then you'll be notified when I go live on YouTube and also when the new videos go on there. If you haven't yet joined us, you can ask to join our private Facebook group by searching for the same thing, Crafting with Phill Martin and Sentimentally Yours. Search for that on Facebook, ask to join, and I will check that you're a proper crafter, and if you are, I will let you in. You can also find me on Instagram with Phill M. Martin, and also on Twitter if you use Twitter, which is Phill M. Martin. So give me a follow on all those places if you can. Everything, oops, that's the wrong button, Phill. Everything that I've used today is available, assuming it's in stock, on the website, honeypotcrafts.co.uk. I will see you back here In fact, let me flip the camera over so you can see me. There you go. I will see you back here next Monday. So remember, we're on Monday evenings at 7 p.m. and I'll do another little giveaway for you from something that I'm using on the demo next Monday. So thank you very much, everybody. I'm glad you've enjoyed that. We're just before 9 o'clock. So how about that for timing? Couldn't have timed that better. So thanks, everybody. Have a lovely rest of the evening. Stay safe. I'll chat to you in the Facebook group and I will see you all soon. So thanks, everybody. Bye. I'll put the card on. You don't want to be looking